Well, the Primmer name in harness racing has been associated for the past 5 decades or more. Trainers, drivers, sponsors, and also in the breeding industry. Caught up with Troy Primmer to discuss his dad's career in harness racing, Jack, and also brother Luke, along with his career and also his association with Ainsworth. Well, Troy, great to catch up with you. You've just had your horse Endless Drama go around. Certainly far from disgrace in finishing 6 metre third behind Lady Delight.
Yeah, she did pretty well. She's got a lot to learn, that filly. She's made a few mistakes throughout her career, but it's more experience for her today. She's still learned to relax at the track, but I think in time she'll make a nice little mare.
She hasn't had a great deal of luck her past 2 starts here, but in particular today being left without cover.
Yeah, look, for a young 3-year-old filly, it's difficult being left without cover, but I think she'll take a lot out of it. She pulled up really good from the run, and would have been nice to follow her helmet and sort of teach her to find the line, but there's always next week, and yeah, as you say, she didn't disgrace herself, so I'm quite happy with her.
And this particular runner means a lot to you?
Yeah, no, she does. She's the first one out of the best mare I had, Never Ending Drama. I mean, she was no champion, but she won about 7 or 8 races for me, and she tried her heart out all the way. And she's had 3 foals now, and I like them all. And this filly's the eldest one, so yeah, she's been a difficult one. She's had her issues, but we're starting to work her out now, and I'm sure with a bit of time, she'll continue to improve.
As I mentioned in the introduction, Troy, the Primmer family have had a wonderful association with harness racing for many decades. Your father, Jack, in particular, with the Bull Eye Club.
Yeah, no, Dad was heavily involved with the Bull Eye Club. He was a sponsor there for many years. He raced a lot of horses there. I remember going there as a kid and running around the betting ring, and we had a great time there. I'm sure Dad won a Bull Eye's Trainers Premiership or 2, or had a horse a year as well. So it's been really good for us. It's a shame Bull Eye's gone, but yeah, Dad's trained horses all our lives. Once it gets in your in your blood, you sort of can't get it out. So yeah, no, it's been good.
He sponsored harness racing through J&A Machines.
Yeah, no, Jack worked in the poker machine game, and that's how I got into it, through Ainsworth, and he had a big service business, were agents for Ainsworth, so yeah, he sponsored it through J&A Machines. It's been a great local company and still going to this day under the United Technology Services banner, which is a service division of Ainsworth. So yeah, long time supporters of harness racing and just love the sport, so it's a great thing to do for you and your family.
Older brother Luke's had success as a trainer and driver, but also now very heavily involved in the breeding industry through Tipperary Equine since 2019.
Yeah, no, Luke's got his little setup out there at Young, and he's stood quite a few different horses. He's got an exciting new addition this year, so he's done really well. I mean, he's full-time into the horses, and he's dedicated to the stud game. He's got a great little band of brood mares there, and he's still getting it all set up the way he wants it, but I'm sure he'll get success over the coming seasons.
More recently, Ultimate Machete.
Yeah, no, he done a great job. He served a really good book down there. I actually think I'm going to send that mare's mother there, Never Ending Drama, this year. He's a lovely type. He's a lovely, big, strong horse, and he was a really good racehorse. So, look, he's a really nice horse, and he's done a great job out there in conjunction with Alabar. And I understand Luke will be getting him back this year, and he's also looking at standing Restrepo. So he's got a couple of stands there, and he's got some mares to cover. And he tells me he's got some in work, but I'm still waiting for his next starter.
As far as numbers under your care, Troy?
Yeah, I've only got a couple. I've got a full-time job working for Ainsworth, and I really enjoy my role there. So I've just got a couple to play around with. I've got a few young ones. I've got a few acres out the bush as well. So I just enjoy playing around with 1 or 2, and it's just a great hobby for me. I've got a young family, but it's just a wonderful sport.
And you've enjoyed success selling horses to Tasmania, and more importantly, they have been successful, and you've been getting rave reviews about that.
Yeah, Paul Medhurst, I've never actually met him in the flesh, but he's a wonderful bloke. He's great with the horses. Lockdown was my father's horse. It was one of the first ones I sent there, but Bonafide Hustler, who I bred and raced and sent down there, Star of Remembrance. She's done a great job for him, but we've always seemed to have success. We've got a great association, and he trusts me, and I know I'll look after him, so I send him down on deals, or I sell him down there. And Paul's been great. He's had a lot of fun, and I wish him all the best.
You mentioned your association with Ainsworth, great sponsors here, valued sponsors at Club and Angle for a number of years now, in particular the flagship, the Miracle Mile, more recently the Ainsworth Free-for-All on Miracle Mile night, the 2400 metre race.
Yeah, no, it's been a great association. They've got the country club over there, and we've got all the subdivision around here, so I'm sure that club will continue to go ahead. We've sold a few machines in there. They're doing really well for us. The lion's share are Aristocrat. They're the number 1 supplier, and they've got a huge association with the club over there. But we've really supported the racing. Some people in the club game. Wes Komarovsky's a prominent driver. He's involved in the club game, and look, it's a great way to get our brand out there in the gaming industry. We can't sort of advertise to the public as a gaming supplier, but a lot of people have got to know the Ainsworth brand through the association with the Menangle Club. Bruce and his committee and the staff here do a wonderful job, and it's been a really good association. We love coming out and supporting it. We're looking to continue that into the future.
And Troy, when you can combine your two passions, work and harness racing, it just makes it so much easier.
It does, yeah. No, it's been really good. I mean, to be able to come on the big days is always great, but I'd be just as happy standing in the back of the grandstand as sort of being up there in the sponsors' room. But yeah, as I say, harness racing gets in your blood. You can't get it out. The association's been great with Ainsworth and with Club Menangle, and as I say, I think it's been fruitful for both parties, and we'll look to continue it moving forward.
Going through the pandemic, how was it for the gaming industry? It would have been very tough.
Yeah, very tough. I mean, very tough. All the venues were closed, so there was no gaming revenue. The venues did it really difficult. It was a worldwide thing. Most of our revenues come out of North and South America. So for us in Australia, but lockdowns the world over. I mean, they were closed. Some of the machines we sell on a daily fee, and we suspended those daily fees. But the industry really banded together. I mean, they banded together. They worked together. The clubs and pubs have supported us, and casinos no end since the pandemic finished. They've got back on their feet. Their staff have worked really hard, and it's been a great recovery for the industry. But certainly the most difficult thing I've seen in the industry, and I think it really showed. When the industry gets together and works together, what can be achieved.
It's good to see you back at the track, and you can catch up with your old mate like Wano, Mr. Watson, the general manager of racing.
Yeah, no, former West Illawarra superstar, front row and second rower, but he does a great job here at the club. But it's nice to be back at the races. As I say, I only got one or two, and sometimes they don't even make the races. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's a bit of fun, and certainly, hopefully, win a race with this filly shortly.
We should also mention the Primmer sponsorship with one of the famous clubs on the South Coast, the Dapto Canaries.
Yeah, the Dapto Canaries. Dad's always a big supporter of local sport with J&A Machines or Jack Primmer Electronics later on. And my brother Matt played in the grand final winning team there. I ran around second and third grade. Wasn't much good, but they certainly knew I was there. But yeah, Dad's always supported the local clubs. We had the local soccer at Cannock Lodge, our training establishment. They played there for a lot of years. But the Dapto Canaries, a lot of great players through there. We all played there as kids, and it's been a great association. And certainly they've had a lot of success.
Players like Craig Fitzgibbon, Dean Young and the Morris twins.
Yeah, no, that's right. And when Dad started out in the poker machine game, his service business, Dapto Leagues Club was the very first club he serviced. So it's been our longest standing customer. Many, many decades. Have been a very loyal, great customer, and we've certainly supported them for the football club, but that's been reciprocated. They've certainly looked after us as a business as well.
Troy, good to catch up with you, and good luck with Analyst Drama. Hopefully there's a win just around the corner for you.
I hope so too. Thanks very much.